Hi everyone, this is Julie with Beadaholique, and in this video I want to show you how to make the Teacup Lotus earrings. So you can see that they're interlocking rings of teacup beads and seed beads, and they look really interesting because they're very dimensional. So when you wear them, they look really cool from all sides. So what you're going to need for this project are some teacup beads. So these are Czech glass, and you can see that they're rounded on one side and concave on the other. Some 8/0 Toho round seed beads, a 4mm jump ring. You're going to need your earring post. This is by TierraCast. It's that really pretty lotus flower, and then an earring back as well. For the stringing material, I'm using Fireline 4-pound. And then for my tools, I've got 2 pairs of chain nose pliers, which I will use for my jump ring, and a pair of scissors. Okay, so let's get started. What I have here is I have my needle already ready to go with about 16 inches of thread on it. So there's no knot and there's no stopper bead. It's just the thread on here. I'm going to pick up 8 sequences of a seed bead and a teacup bead. So let me just pick this guy up. Okay, just like so. So I want to do that 8 times over. I just don't want him to fall off, so I'm holding the tail end of my thread. So that was 1. This makes 2, 3, 4, slide him down, 5, 6, almost, there's 6, 7, and 8. Okay, let's make sure I counted right. So line them all up. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And now I want them to be at about the midway point of my thread. And we're going to tie a knot to bring them together. So I'm just going to take my thread, make a loop, go through it with my needle, and bring it together. So you see it makes a ring. Now I want to tie another knot in place right there. So I'm just going to do another loop. And I want that knot to just go right and sit on top of the other one. And now I'm going to do one more. Okay, so this is what we have to start, which is actually a cute little element by itself. So I think you could do a lot of different things with this, and you wouldn't even have to do this set of earrings that I've proposed. You could actually just even hang this from a chain, and it would be a really cute little dangle earring. But I'm going to take my needle now, and I'm going to go through the next teacup bead over so that I pull my thread away from where my original knot is. And now I want to do another knot. So we're just securing our ring and securing our beadwork. Okay, pull that down. Okay, I'm going to go through it again right there. And now I'm going to work my needle another sequence over. Okay, and pull, and there is where I'm going to snip this one. You can work your thread through the ring a couple more times if you like. It's of course a good option if you'd like to do that. I think this will be secure as it is, but I sometimes do that with my bead weaving. Okay, I'm going to now take the tail and put the needle back onto the tail, and I'm going to do the same thing. So I'm going to just work it over one sequence and tie a couple knots and repeat. Okay, and then work the needle through and trim. So I've got one complete ring. Okay, but if we go back to the example, it is 2 rings locked together. So the way we're going to do that is we're going to take off our little scrap of thread. We're going to string on a brand new length of thread, again about 16 inches. And we're going to put this on our needle. Okay, and we're going to do the same thing. We're going to pick up another sequence of 8 seed bead teacup combos. So 1, 2, 3, 4, slide that down, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right. Okay. So now that we've got that one, we want it about in the middle of our thread. And now we're going to take our needle and go through the center of the loop we already created of the ring. And we're going to pull our beads through. Okay, so you just want to pull some of them through. And now we're going to do a loop again, so we make a ring. So we're just going to tie it like this to bring them together to make a second ring. Now you want to make sure when you do this that they're doing what you see here, where they are sitting together locked. Sometimes they'll sit a little high and you have to just scoot them down so that it's interlocking rings. Okay, now we're going to tie another knot in the same place. And one more. Same thing we did with the first ring that we made. Okay. And then at this point, you would tie it the same way, where you would go over to the next sequence, tie a couple knots, go through another couple, tie it, thread your needle back on your tail, and so forth. So this is what we've made. And I've actually gone ahead and tied off one already to save a little time in the video, since we already showed that technique. So this is what we've got. We've got the interlocking rings. Now you need a way to connect it to your earring post, and that's going to be a jump ring. So we're going to take a little jump ring. Open it up. Oops. That jump ring was a closed jump ring. No wonder I couldn't find the little opening. There's an open jump ring. I sometimes store my things together. Okay, so we got a jump ring. Now we're just going to go through one of the seed beads, just like so. So we just went through it, and then we're also going to go through our little loop on our earring hook and close it on up, and we've made an earring. There we go. So then you just put your earring back on it and you're ready to wear it. But there we go. These are the little Teacup Lotus earrings, and you can find all the supplies for them at Beadaholique.com.